What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to the Markio Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. In today's episode, I'm talking about Leprechaun 3. Yes, they made a third Leprechaun movie. And this one was a straight-to-video release and became the highest-grossing direct-to-video film of 1995. Can you believe that? This went straight-to-video and was the highest-grossing direct-to-video film of 1995. That's unbelievable. And basically, Warwick Davis comes back as the role of the Leprechaun, and the film follows a psychotic leprechaun who begins a killing spree in Las Vegas. This is called Leprechaun 3. The alternate title is also known as Leprechaun 3 in Vegas. So basically, the leprechaun is a statue because he has this magical medallion over him, and the medallion is sold to a Las Vegas pawn shop. And from then on, the leprechaun goes to look for this medallion, and he finds that he stumbles upon Las Vegas and is interested in all the glitz and the glamour. This movie is just comedy at its best. It's comedy gold, and it's a slasher movie, evidently. I don't see where that has anything to do with it. But this movie is a comedy, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing of a horror. It's nothing of a slasher movie. This movie is just fun to watch. And this movie was released a year later after Leprechaun 2. So 1993, 1994, and 1995 had 3 straight Leprechaun movies. And it's very interesting because I guess at the time the studio wanted to dish these out like crazy, and Trimark wasn't holding back at all, and you know they weren't. The movie is 94 minutes long, and it's the longest in the series by so far. And the budget was $2.5 million. So as you can see, it's a very low budget, but then yet, they put these crazy antics in it, but it just makes the movie work so much better. Now, Warwick Davis stated that in an interview after this movie was released that this is the best film in the series of his liking. So he had a fun time doing this role. And, if you watch this movie closely, you can tell Warwick Davis is just having fun and cracking jokes and doing whatever he wants. Because the leprechaun is not a scary character at all. He's just a leprechaun who wants his pot of gold and who wants to do certain things. And other than that, that's it. After that, that's it. That's done. The movie is basically Leprechaun just killing people in Las Vegas. There's a scene where he makes a woman's lips, breasts, and ass look big and starts blowing up. And it's just funny stuff. The people who wrote this, and the screenwriter who wrote this, his mind probably was hilariously, writing down this stuff, and then they turned it into Leprechaun 3. I'm pretty sure this is one of those movies where, it's Leprechaun 3, it's a cult classic movie. Of course it's a cult classic movie. It's the highest grossing direct-to-video movie of 1995. Now, to me, I feel like this is where the trilogy stops. This is it. This should have been the end of the Leprechaun movies. And like I said before in the Leprechaun 2 episode of the Markio Podcast, we don't know if this Leprechaun is the same one from the second movie or from the first movie as well. Because, it's different as the movies progress. You see the Leprechaun has different clothes on. The face looks different. It's more older in comparison. He looks more shrieking. His teeth are more pronounced. And his fingernails are more, sharper than usual. And, and just the way the leprechaun walks in these movies is hilarious, too. Like I said, I have fun watching these movies because that's what they are. They're fun movies to watch, and they're comedy movies. It's not a slasher movie. It's not a horror movie. It's a simple, straight comedy movie with just, stupid death scenes thrown in to make it look like it's a horror movie. Other than that, it's not. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about Leprechaun 3. And if you've seen it, what did you think of it? And do you think it's the most funniest Leprechaun movie in the film series? And what did you think about Warwick Davis's acting in this one? Did you see him more laid back? And did you see that he enjoyed the character more in this one than he did in the previous 2 movies that he starred in? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. I'm looking forward to hearing your answers. And be sure you tune into the next episode of the Markio Podcast, where I talk about Leprechaun 4. In space. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos and new podcast episodes on the Markio Productions YouTube page. And follow Markio Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, your host, on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Filmstock, and follow the Markio Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You can check it out and follow along. All right, everyone, that does it for today's episode. I'm your host, Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.
That's me, boy. We're alike, me and you, even as hell all the way through.